Hey, 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 you did it, champ. Hello, and welcome to the 30 days challenge for this month. My name is Juliet Opides, and this video basically contains information on how this challenge works, what to expect, and most importantly, how to do your introductions after you're done listening to this listening to this message. At the end of this message, there's going to be a keyword I'll be giving, so please keep an ear out for it. Yes. First of all, introduction. Okay, anyway, that's by the way. So like I've said, welcome. I hope that by the end of 30 days you would be able to say, oh, I was able to achieve this one thing during the course of this challenge. So very importantly, you need to pay attention to the message contained in this in everything that I'm going to say in this message, because it contains important information and basically how this whole challenge is going to function and work. So pay close attention. If you have any more questions after listening, you can ask them on the group and you'd be guided, right? So the first thing is that you need to take note of is that the group is going to be locked every single day by 11:59 p.m. GMT plus 1, right? Every day the group will be locked, so it's important that you make your submission to the group on or before 11:59 p.m. GMT plus 1. There's going to be another video on how to make your daily submissions, right? But this is just for introduction on what to expect. Now, if you, for any genuine reasons, you get to miss submission, you couldn't submit, one thing or the other happened, genuine reasons, like I said, you can submit on or before 8 a.m. GMT plus 1 of the next day to the challenge coordinator's DM with a tangible reason as to why you couldn't submit to the group. So genuine reasons will definitely have tangible reasons for not submitting. So do that, and your submission will be recorded, right? So your submissions daily are going to be recorded on the group, right? And a green check mark would be used to reacted to your submission, so you will know that, oh, my submission has been recorded. If there's no green check mark, then your submission was not recorded, and you need to call the challenge coordinator's attention to it. All right. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is eviction. As you may or you may not know, there is going to be eviction on the group every single day. Sorry, not every single day. There's going to be eviction on the group every 6 days. Yes, every 6 days there's going to be an eviction on the group. Now, if you don't have up to 4 submissions within that 6-day period, you stand the risk of being evicted, or you get to pay a fine as communicated by the challenge coordinator. Now, on the eviction days, remember I said that the group is locked by 11:59 p.m. daily. On eviction days, the group is locked 1 hour earlier. Now, this is just to ensure that we collate all the submissions that have been dropped, and we get all the data. We know the people who have up to 4 submissions that are going to be moving on to the next streak, and those who don't. So the group is locked 1 hour earlier, that is 11 p.m. GMT plus 1, and you have to make your submission on the group before then. Don't worry, there's going to be consistent announcement on the group when it's the eviction day. Before the eviction day would announce. That's why it's important you keep an eye out for the announcement every day on the group in the morning when the group is opened, right? Now, the next thing is I want you to take note of is the fact that I'm not the only one running this challenge, right? Yes, I am the convener of the challenge. However, I have people assisting me, so you see them added as admins. I need you to just accord them with the same respect, and that's basically it. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is how to do your introduction. This is very important. The first thing you need to do is start with the word introduction, right? This is because people could be doing their introduction right after the challenge has started. Maybe for one reason or the other, they couldn't do their introduction on the first day. So Some people could be making their daily submission or submission for day 1 or day 2 or whatever as the case may be, and someone might still be doing their introduction. Now it's important that you start with a keyword, or not the keyword, start with the word introduction, right? So that we are able to differentiate a submission from an introduction. So start with the word introduction right after or just before you start your introduction. And then the next thing you want to write or include or state is your name. Now, stick with a name that you're going to use throughout the course of the challenge. Don't say today your name is Sandra and then tomorrow your name is now Miss Sandra or Miss Sandy or whatever as the case may be. If your name is Sandra, don't change it. Just state your name and you stick with it, so that you're not confusing, because like I said, your submission daily is recorded, so it's going to be confusing for the challenge coordinator if today they see Sandra and then tomorrow they're looking for Sandra, they don't see Sandra's submission. Instead they're seeing another name that wasn't included in the introduction at all, so it can be confusing. So please stick with the name that you're going to use throughout the course of the challenge. Now it's also important to state your full name, all right, because if you just say Sandra, there could be other Sandras in this challenge as well, and we want to be able to differentiate everybody's submission, that Sandra, this person, Sandra A, submitted, but Sandra B did not submit. So we need to be able to differentiate that. So state your full name, right? Now the next thing you want to include is your location, where you are currently participating from, where you're joining this challenge from, your present location, not where you are from, not exactly where you're from, right? Now if I'm from Nigeria and I am currently in somewhere like Pittsburgh, I'm going to say Pittsburgh. I'm not going to say Nigeria. Now the reason we're asking the location is because of time zones, right? So we know that okay, this person is in a different time zone, and we don't want to, the group is usually locked 11 p.m 11:59 p.m GMT +1. Now if you're in a different time zone, we're able to track that easily. So when you reach out and we're like, oh, I'm not in Nigeria, so the group was locked earlier, blah 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 and all that, we're like, okay, yeah, we know we get you because you stated this in your introduction. So it's important that you state that. Then the next thing you want to outline is your goal. What is that one thing that you want to achieve in the course of this challenge? Your one thing could just be to do this particular one thing, or to achieve this particular one thing. Now we have just 30 days, right? So I want you to basically just pick one goal. We run this every month, so you can decide that you want to be laser focused on one area of your life, and the next month you want to focus on another area of your life, right? So pick one goal that that okay, at the end of 30 days I'm going to be so proud of myself for achieving this. Then after listing your goal, the next thing is to outline the tasks. What are the things that you're going to be doing daily to achieve that big goal that I want to achieve? So if my goal is to maybe become more visible online, right? Become visible is like a broad big goal, right? What do I need to do to become visible? Or I need to create content on my social media platforms, on all my social media platforms, or I can decide I'm going to choose one. I need to maybe comment or engage with other people, comment on other people's posts, so I can build that connection and rapport with other people, other creators like me. Those are activities, those are the tasks that you get to do to achieve that big goal. So your goal, and then the tasks, the activities you're going to be doing daily for the next 30 days. And then the next thing you want to include is the proof. How do you intend to show us the proof that you actually did what you said you were going to do, or what you said you did? So for example, like I was saying, I said I want to create content. Now a proof for me could be the link to the content that I've created, right? I just get the link from the platform and post it. on the group. Now I've submitted for that day. Now if my goal is to read 2 books this month, that is a very good goal, personal development. Read 2 books this month. My proof could be, oh, I read chapter 1 of this book today, and this is what it talks about. Just a short summary of what that book says, or what you read, or what you understood from that book. Not like a copy and paste, but you in your own words, in your own understanding, just to show that you actually read and got something out of the book. So there are several ways. If you're not sure, you can ask on the group, how do you think I can show proof for this task? But basically, think about it and think about what you think you are able to do consistently every day, submitting to the group for the next 30 days, right? Then after you've written this, you're good to go. You've done your introduction, right? And you're good to kick off the challenge. The next video you'd be watching would be on how to make your daily submissions, because it's quite different from doing your introduction. Now if you're done, you've listened to this part, you've heard everything I've said, you understand clearly the key word, like I said at the beginning, that there is a key word you should keep an eye or an ear out for. The key word is acknowledged. So if you have listened up to this point, reply acknowledged to this message that was sent to you, wherever it was sent to you from. Reply there acknowledged. It means that you have listened and you understand clearly, and you're ready to abide by the rules of the challenge, and you're ready to kickstart. Thank you very much, and see you right inside. And at the end of Thursdays, I want to see that your goals have been smashed. Cheers.